Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, time for an update on the Monte Carlo. This is a 1987 Monte Carlo LS, not the SS, which I've probably gotten 200 or 300 comments on this car. Just driving places, people will stop me and say, "Oh my God, awesome car, SS." I'm like, nope. Or people will stop me and say, "Wow, 350." I'm like, nope. No one ever recognizes the fact that it's the luxury sport version of the Monte Carlo, because the super sports were just so popular and maybe more commonly seen. I love this car. This was my first car that I bought on my own. Other cars I've had before this, my parents have helped me buy in the past, and when I first got my license and stuff. But this was my first baby. This was my daily driver. This car I hope to have forever. I hope one day when I have a kid, hopefully a boy, I'll pass this on. Even if I have a daughter, she'll get it. And it's the ultimate project car. It's something that I always will have to fix. I love the truck and everything, but this is my baby right here. So things that I've done to it recently, and I say recently, like in the last year. If you guys saw my horror story on the mechanic that totally jacked it up, that is horrific. If you haven't seen it, check out that video. But since that incident, I got new plugs, new wires, new distributor cap. I have new tires on it. I have some Ironmans because I wanted white walls. What else? New battery, new starter, new alternator. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, and the reason I'm making this video is that tomorrow I'm getting a whole new exhaust system put on this car. So I'm going to do a separate video of before and after once the exhaust is on here. Because I've had such poor experience with mechanics in Pennsylvania, the only person I liked was the guy who did the exhaust for my truck. I was blown away by his work. However, he doesn't do anything in the engine bay. So this has exhaust manifold on it, and I want to swap them to headers. He won't do that. You got to lift the engine up and stuff. He doesn't do any of that stuff. So unfortunately, I can't go to him. So I'm resorting to traveling back to New Jersey, where I grew up and had very minimal car mechanic issues. Watching my parents have to deal with their cars and stuff. I'm putting my trust in New Jersey and their mechanics, because PA is not cutting it for me. Not anymore. Too many bad experiences. So now, yeah, I'm driving way the hell out of my way, going back to Jersey for it. So we'll see how it works out. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, the luxury sport is awesome. I mean, the biggest difference really is obviously the engine. And this does not have bucket seats. I have a steering column shifter in there. And this has the bench seat. It's like driving your, grandmother's couch. This is the most comfortable car I've ever been in to date. It's amazing. It does need some body work here and there. I have a little dent on the roof because a tree came down, tree branch. That sucks. Scrapes and scratches here and there from who the hell knows what. And a little bit of rust here and there. So it does need some body work eventually and paint, but that's probably the last thing I would do in this car. I have a 350 small block in the truck, and if I can ever get my hands on a big block, I'll put that in the truck and I'll put the 350 in here, which would be awesome, but who the hell knows? That's way down the line. The exhaust is tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. What I'm going to do is, well, first the backstory. I have a bad exhaust leak in the manifold because it was tugged on. It cracked the manifold. Okay, so instead of replacing it with a stock one, I figured it's a good opportunity or a good excuse anyway, to just get a whole new exhaust system. Right now it's OEM. So I have the manifold that comes down to a 2.5-inch pipe, comes towards the center of the car, and then leaves on the other side, which I can show you here. So there's the stock exhaust. It is OEM. I have a glass pack, the muffler, but it doesn't do much, and especially with the exhaust leak, excuse me. So most of the noise is not even coming from the tailpipe. It's coming from under the engine bay and the passenger front tire. So yeah, we started off on the good side. Here's the bad side with the replaced door and the broken mirror. I actually just ordered a mirror, so I'm going to pop that on soon. And again, eventually when I get body work done, the whole thing will be painted. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when that time comes. I'm not going to go black. That's all I know. Every single Monte Carlo that gets painted that's not from the hood is black. Okay, when you find the ones in the hood, they actually look the nicest. They're like bright orange with metal flake, and they got all kinds of murals on them and stuff. That's not my deal, but I'm not going to go black. I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, I'm excited about the exhaust. Quick note on this car too, because when I talk to people about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, SS." I'm like, "No, it's not an SS." They're like, "Oh," and I have to remind them, this car, this happens to have a 4.3 liter V6 in it. It was available in a, I think it was a 305, a V8, and this one stock is 145 horsepower. The V8 I think was only like 155, and then the SS, the motor that they had in there, actually I think the SS had the 305, but anyway, the stock Monte Carlo SS in 87, that big V8 that they had, well I shouldn't say big V8, but that V8 that it had in there was still like 190 horsepower, so there's only a 50, roughly a 45, 50 horsepower difference, you know, so it's not like a huge difference. It does make a difference, of course, but just to throw that out there, because a lot of people, you know, this was not built for speed, this is not built to be a muscle car, this is built to be a cruiser, something that's comfortable, that you drive the speed limit, something that your grandfather can get in and enjoy driving, something that if you want to, you know, this is a great candidate for a lowrider. As far as like how they look, because so many people get confused, is that this looks just like an SS. I do have the badge on the side that says luxury sport, but people don't notice that. All right, so we're in the front here because I want to explain the huge difference visually. When you see Monte Carlos, because they're very distinguishable with their body lines and stuff, the big difference between the SS and the LS visually is the front end. Everything else pretty much looks the same, except for the front end. It's very, very different. All right, there's recessed headlights in the SS. It's just a different grille. It's totally different. So when you see these, when you see a front end that looks like that, it's probably an LS. So that's pretty much it for the update. Mechanically, all it needs is a new exhaust. Actually, all it needs is a manifold, but we're going to go the extra mile, make it cool. Now what I'm doing for the exhaust is I'm going to replace the manifold with headers, and then the headers are going to go to a down pipe, and then I'm straight piping it all the way back. True dual exhaust, and no cats, no mufflers. And this has classic plates on it. That's a whole separate story. Well, I'll tell you real quick. When I got this car, I was talking to a car person. They said, hey, you know, throw some classic plates on there, and you know, you'll be exempt for certain things. You won't have to get inspection, because if you notice, there's no inspection sticker on this. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I did. And later to find out that it's only the antique plates that are exempt for inspection. However, the police in the area don't know the difference, so I don't, you know, they don't hassle me over it or anything, but I do have to switch over to the antique plates, okay? Next year, this will be 30 years old. And it's crazy to me, but yeah, time flies. So yeah, I will do a before and after video once the exhaust is installed. I know it's going to be loud, which is okay. I like loud cars. I really do. The truck is almost too loud. I still love it, but it is definitely a neighbor hater kind of a thing. I say that as my neighbor's raking rocks across the street. Yeah, I don't think they like it all that much, but I'm reasonable. I don't rip up and down the streets of the truck all the time. It is annoyingly loud, but I love it. I love loud vehicles. This will be very loud. I don't think it's going to be as loud as a truck, but we'll see. I always have my quiet Chrysler for my long calm rides places, you know. So, I mean, I don't take this long distances. This is around the town, kind of a fun car, and you know, eventually my wife will use this car. So hopefully I don't make it too annoyingly loud for her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. I'll do a before and after video on the exhaust. As far as the truck, I'll do more updates when that gets fixed, because right now it ain't running. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day.